What up YouTube, it's your man Vinny. Welcome back to the channel. And today we're gonna head over to the Samba Museum in Mangueira, Rio De Janiero. Now that's over on the north side, okay? So I got my girl Lola with me. She's one of the best tour guides here in Rio, and her information is in the description below. Now let's go.
Now tuned into the motherfucking greatest.
Vincent Chase, brand name recognition.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
So Samba is probably the main identity reference for Brazilians. It's actually declared part of their intangible cultural heritage, okay? And the Samba Museum is the largest audio-visual collection that preserves and promotes that heritage, right? Like that's their whole mission, is to fight against the invisibility of the Black population and to preserve and promote the Afro-Brazilian culture, okay?
So in 2007, they became like, they had this knowledge that here in Brazil, we have some different types of samba, especially in Bahia. Mm-hmm. So they did this curation of like types of samba, and they're like showing this here too.
Very nice. Now the museum was founded by the grandkids of like some major samba players, okay? Like I think the guy's name was Engenhor Oliveira. I hope I said that right. If I didn't, you know, please correct me. And his wife, Dona Zica, okay? We're gonna learn a little bit about them throughout this tour, so just keep those names in mind. But first, we're gonna start here in the exhibit that explores the feminine force in samba, all right? So this part of the exhibit looks to highlight the women's contribution, you know, coming to the forefront of the samba, right? Like no longer just making costumes and, you know, kind of organizing things in the background, but more so, you know, becoming the face, like lead singers, you know, helping with composition and choreography and like really beginning to like foster in the genre's development, right?
So this is like an altar to show how much religion has to do with samba. Okay. It's something that was done to express and like worship the gods and etc. Samba is wasn't like a party music. Mm-hmm. At first, it was like cult music first. We were like serving these gods with our songs and our outfits, you know?
So it was an interesting fact when she started to tell me that Carnaval started as a way to celebrate the gods, okay? And she's telling me that there's a lot of different African religions that were present here in Brazil at the time. And I think that has a lot to do with what he was trying to tell me over in our Santa Marta favela tour. So go check that out if you haven't seen it.
Till this day, these are the biggest women in samba because they had this. They were like the word is trailblazers.
Trailblazers, yeah.
Right, because they like put this movement to what it is today, especially Tia Ciata.
That's the house we're going to.
Yeah. She came from Bahia.
Her house kind of served as like the community center and like, you know, the gathering place. And she was really kind of well known in the community. And she had a way with like the local authorities of being able to smooth it over with them so they wouldn't bust down and break up the parties and like arrest people and that kind of thing.
It was something that was repressed because Black people were having fun. Yeah. So every time this happens, but Tia Ciata was one of the first people that did that. At that house that we're going later, she just closed the doors, closed the windows, and was like, everyone, let's do this in a nice volume. Let's do this. Okay. You know? These are the voices. These are very important voices for the Brazilian samba. I think we can like be more aware of like Dona Ivone Lara, Clara Nunes. My grandpa used to work with her.
Okay.
Because my family's here from
Mangueira. Yeah.
So my grandpa used to work with her. And Beth Carvalho too.
So this next exhibit is about a real cool guy named Engenhor Oliveira, okay? We saw his statue out front because his grandchildren founded the museum, right? But they call him Cartola. Now Cartola is one of the founding members of the Mangueira Samba School, okay? And he was married to a woman named Dona Zica. And she served as his muse and inspiration for all of the music that he created, you know, which kind of helped develop the sound of samba.
First married, and then all the stuff that he did later. People say that his marriage was like the foil from him to be the great artist he is today, because everything is like Cartola. The name is there because it's him and his wife. He was the songwriter, he was the artist, but everything he did was like centered to his wife.
And they also had like a community center in the restaurant that they built together called Cartola.
His wife met on the day of Carnaval, so that's very significant. Like her, like everything that she did in life. People say something that was written in the stars because she was born in this day and she had this whole connection with music and like samba.
It's her destiny.
Yeah.
So they were really important to the founding of this genre and helping it grow as well. Now, even though Cartola founded Mangueira, they have some memorabilia here that kind of represents samba schools in an overall general sense, right? Like when we first walk in here, we start to see some of the older samba school uniforms. They were more traditional and conservative than what they are today.
These are protection necklaces?
Yeah. The saints, they have their own colors, and we use this around our necks to protect ourselves.
Okay.
I need to get one, actually.
Me. Now, samba schools aren't a school in a traditional sense, but they did evolve into formal, like, community centers and social clubs. And every year for the Carnaval, they have a really big, like, parade-style competition between all of the samba schools, you know, in Rio, and then, like, they have one in São Paulo, and then they have one in Bahia. You know, different states around Rio have different, you know, samba school competitions. And they take it very seriously. Like, they're judged on everything from the floats to the songs to the dances to the costumes to everything. And Mangueira has won the Super Cup 20 times, and they've been the runner-up 22 times, which leads us to the next part of the exhibit, which translates to Heroes of Freedom, all right? And that's kind of honoring the composers and the singers and things like that on the back wall, but the main thing in here seems to be what looks like old float pieces. I can't really confirm that, but you know, they got costumes in here and stuff where you can dress up and try on stuff and just have a little bit of fun, you know?
I don't know how people like walk in the parade with this one because it's so heavy.
Yeah? Holy moly.
Probably weighs like 5 kilos. It's heavy. You'll be walking around with this for like 1 hour and a half. God bless you.
God bless you.
Now, in the next room, they got some videos playing that is kind of kicking some real history flavor, you know, like telling about just how Brazil was influenced in the 50s and 60s from the American civil rights, but also the anti-colonist movement that was going on in Africa. So those things around the world helped influence Brazil to have their own, you know, organizing to kind of push back on the oppression that they were feeling here. So that's going to kind of wrap us up today, but we're going to go check out the Chiacha house in the next video. So I'll see you guys on over there. Peace.